Alright, let's cut straight to the point. After a careful examination between all the top brands and the cameras released recently, I'm talking Arri, Red, Sony, Panasonic, Canon, Blackmagic, the camera that you need to be filming with in 2023 is, drumroll please, whatever camera you own. I'll repeat that, whatever camera you own is the camera that you should be filming on in 2023. Now look, I know my answer isn't as sexy as you'd hoped, but watch this video and let me explain. I used to think that having the best camera possible would automatically make my work better, that I'd get bigger projects and land higher paying clients. But time after time of upgrading my camera, I noticed my work didn't change like I thought it would. Nor did I get bigger projects, and it definitely didn't help land higher paying clients. And times have changed since when I first started. About 5 years ago, having a nice Red setup would help set you apart from the competition, and I can't lie, having a nice setup can get some Instagram likes, but Instagram likes don't pay the bills. Today's cameras are honestly all so good, I feel like it no longer matters what you shoot on as long as you have a half-decent camera and you are confident using it. Confidence in the tools that you have is crucial. Alright, now who does this information apply to? This applies to a wide range of filmmakers and DPs, whether you're just starting out to working with mid-sized brands, agencies, or directors. But I really want this to hit home for the filmmakers who are new to the industry, the solo videographers, and the filmmakers trying to go full-time. Because it can be so tempting to always want the best and the newest cameras out there, you forget all of the other aspects of what it takes to be a successful filmmaker. And my goal for this video is to help set you up for success and tell you the things that I wish someone told me when I first started out. We are a consumer-driven society, and brands are very, very smart. They know that as soon as a new model of something comes out, we are naturally going to want it because whatever we currently have isn't good enough anymore. And not only that, brands have to keep one-upping each other to stay on top of the industry, so we really do have everything stacked against us. Every time I want a new or better camera, I often think about what would happen if someone gave Roger Deakins a crappy camera. I can guarantee you his footage would still look amazing, and that's because he's focusing on so much more than just the camera. Now don't get me wrong, you gotta have the right camera for the right job, but in a lot of our instances, we are well equipped to use whatever camera we currently have, in my opinion. If you want your work to look better, focus on lighting and cinematography instead of a new camera. Lighting is king and always will be, in my opinion. Practice your lighting techniques, your composition, your camera movement, anything cinematography related, and you'll be far better off in your career than worrying about what camera to shoot on. Once you hit a certain level in your career, I feel like the camera choice is the least important decision when working on projects. If you want more business and you think a new camera will do the trick, focus on building relationships and offering value instead of that new camera. 95% of all the jobs I've ever gotten is from my friends and referrals, and just connecting with others on social media and in person. If you shift your focus from thinking about gear to how you can help your client or the producer or director or make the project come to life, you'll soon be able to afford whatever camera you want. Now look, I get it. If you really do feel like your camera is holding you back, set a budget, do some research, and then be happy with the camera you bought. But then after you get it, stop researching cameras and start researching on how to better your craft as a filmmaker and grow your business. I usually recommend paying for cameras in cash since they are a depreciating asset. Plus, if you look around on the used market, you can find some pretty great deals. For me, I always felt like it was kind of silly to pay interest on something that is losing value. Plus, in addition to paying cash, I try to only buy things I would feel comfortable paying for 2 of them with cash. So if your camera costs $5,000 that you want, would you feel comfortable spending $10,000 on it? Or if your camera's $2,000, would you feel comfortable spending $4,000? If so, find a cheaper alternative so you don't become gear poor, is what I call it. A lot of the times you're better off investing money into furthering your craft or maybe starting a passion project than you are buying that other piece of camera equipment. Now, when you're just starting out and doing smaller projects, you tend to shoot on what you own. But as you eventually get bigger and get bigger clients, you can honestly just rent the camera package needed for the shoot and build that into the total budget. When you get to a certain level in Hollywood or you're working with pretty big companies, there will usually be a budget for whatever camera package the DP wants. So even the top DPs don't necessarily own their own gear, but they just rent whatever they want for the shoot that they're on. Point being, make the best work you can with the gear that you have, and soon enough, you'll be able to shoot on whatever you want. And if you do decide to purchase a pretty good camera kit like I've done personally, you should be including that total budget or rate into the shoot anyways. That way you're making money back on the gear that you invested in. The lesson that I want you to take away from this video is to make do with what you have and make the best possible work with that camera. And don't get sucked into the consumer market of needing and wanting to continually buy a new camera in hopes that it'll make your work better and land you more clients. Yes, if your camera is a piece of junk and is really holding you back, it may be time to upgrade. But pretend for a moment that the camera you own is the only one you can ever use. Your whole mindset suddenly shifts and you truly begin to create amazing work with what you own. I really want to help as many filmmakers succeed as much as possible this coming year, so drop a comment letting me know what you think about this topic or what you want to learn next, and I'll be happy to answer it. See ya on the next one.